Hello, good morning. So today we will look into adding a new feature where we would be adding chat GPT suggestion in email. This one, if I look at this feature request, it sounds like we'll have to update the senddigest.ts. So we can go to the code and we can look into senddigest.ts, and over here we are getting the history from the submissions table. So I think we might have to also include the GPT. So right now we do have a AI tip: consider reducing discretionary expense next month to increase savings. Now this is a hard coded predefined AI tip. Now I would want to change it to get the latest AI tip. So right now in the database, if you look at the submissions for every user, we have a short-term suggestion and a long-term suggestion in our suggestions. So we would want to gather that information and have it pulled in from the submissions table, and then use it across into the AI tip section, which will be part of the email that we create. So so let me try and let me see first how would I approach this problem. I would try to go with Copilot at the moment. So right now I would do is I would call Copilot, and I would send look into the editor, and I would mention what I want to do. So get the latest submissions suggestion from DB, and actually for every user and set the which will is that AI tips. So and set the AI tips accordingly. So get the latest submission suggestions from DB for every user and set the AI tip accordingly. Let's see how Copilot might consider this information and try to add code accordingly. Let's see what it does. So we'll wait for the submission. Okay, I can see certain things. He has removed everything from senddigest.ts, so I will close this one, and I would I think this one doesn't help me much. So let's go to chat GPT and let's ask the same question over there. So before I go there, I would want to create one more page here, and I would mention it as, this will be renamed later on as StingyHubby 3, but for now I would, for the given code, and I would mention, oh sorry about that, for the given code, and I would paste in the code that is there in our that is there in our system or in our application. And set the AI tip that's what it is, right? Let me confirm if it is AI tip or not. Set the AI tips by getting latest, or actually I would say for every user, right? For every user, set the AI tips as the latest suggestion, as the latest suggestion of submission. Yeah, there was something else as well. So this one, let's autocorrect this, and for every user set the AI tips as the latest suggestion of submission from DB. Please provide updated code. Okay, and let's send this, and we'll wait for GPT to customize the AI tips for each user using the latest suggestion from the submissions table. We need to extract the most recent submission since it's already sorted descending by, and then using its suggestion fields. Here is the updated code. So over here, if we look at it, what it has done, this is the user, and for every user it has the limit 10, and then below for the AI tip it has taken the latest suggestion. Now the latest suggestion must be a variable saved from the system. So let's control F, and this is the latest suggestion. Yeah, it's right over here. So latest suggestion is the history, the first element, because we are doing the limit 10, right? So the first one should be the latest history, and within that suggestion is there, and AI tips becomes the suggestion, and AI tip, there is, if AI tip exists, then we will use the latest suggestion. If it doesn't exist, then we will add our hard-coded logic. So I think this is satisfactory, and this kind of helps us in getting the feature done. So let's save it into the code here, and definitely we are going to check the changes. We have the changes available. So here there's one section of code, the hard-coded AI tip has been removed, and we are now getting the latest suggestion from the history, the latest history suggestions column. And if that AI suggestion exists, then we are going to use the AI suggestion. If it doesn't exist, then we are giving the hard-coded values. So, and I don't see any other change over here. So I think this is good enough for us to implement the feature that is requested in the tables. So we say add latest AI suggestion. Actually, let me autocorrect it myself here. Suggestion from DB for each user. Okay, so we have this. Now let's commit and sync. So our send digest is now updated accordingly. Once this is done, it looks like it's done. Let's go into the deployment and let's have it deployed into our environment. So we'll go to deployments, and we are building. Now before I do that, I just want to go back to the database. I want to confirm that I'm just sending it to me, a very few select people, and I'm not sending it to different other people. So I think that is good, and it satisfies this requirement. And let's see, now we'll go to the deployment again. Deployment is ready, and we should be able to, I wouldn't go to the UI. I would rather go to the cron job. So let me run the cron job settings, and within the cron job let me run it right now. So this cron job just ran. Let's look at the logs, and we'll execute them or have it live monitoring so that we would be able to see the entries from the log. Yeah, okay, I can see an entry now, and it talks about sending emails to the users. That would be me and my wife. So let's go back, or actually I would want to open the emails. I have the emails open, or inboxes. Yeah, I can see certain emails coming in, and as you can see, for the GapIsGod account, I am seeing a AI tip talking about short-term suggestions, and it is also talking about the long-term suggestions. And then also, if you look at the other email, gaurav.palande email, that one also has the short-term suggestion, and later on it should be here somewhere. Oh yeah, I can see this, so it should be somewhere here in the back, long-term suggestion. Okay, so yeah, I think this AI tip is what we want to do. It is doing what we expect. It's looking at the short-term suggestion and long-term suggestion. It also comparing our goals, and it's trying to tell where we stand with respect to our goals. So I think this AI suggestion is good. This email feature doesn't query to the AI or use the API and unnecessarily use the API, what do you call, the limit that we have on the API usage. Doesn't tax it. It uses what is already been saved in the database. So I think this is a good feature for us and a satisfactory change that we have made into the emails. So for that does fulfill our or satisfies our requirement for the feature. So we can go back to the features and feedback, and we would go and delete the feature because it has been done successfully. So delete one row. Yeah. And the next one we would want is to have an unsubscribe link to point to the app, and then on there will be two things for that feature. That would be to have the unsubscribe link. So right now if we look at our email, we do have an unsubscribe link, and it's going to StingyHubby.com. We wouldn't want that. We would want it to go to StingyHubby.vercel.app, and on the application side we would want to go into the app, allow the customer to log in. As soon as he logins, there will be a preference page, and then we would add one more field here that would say, do we want to unsubscribe from daily or weekly digest? Unsubscribe, if we unsubscribe it, or subscribe to weekly digest, and if we uncheck the box, that will be saved in our preferences. So in the database we would want to have, for the users, we would want to have one more field or one digest. Oh, actually what we can do is we can just update this one digest to true or false based on the checkbox that has been done over there. So I think, yeah, that next feature is going to be a big one, but we would be able to get it done. Thank you so much for your time. in this video. This has been I thought this was going to be a big one, but looks like we were able to just increment our existing functionality and improve our email experience for the user. So thank you so much for your time, and hopefully you spend less, save more, and live a rich life. And don't forget to visit the stingyhubby.vercel.app on the UI, so that you would be able to have a first hand experience of what the application is about. So yeah, here we are. Thank you so much.